privatization of the 13 airports. Today's topic is about the privatization of 13 airport, or we can say the third phase of privatization of airports in our India. Recently, this privatization have started in the first phase, that is in the 2000s, where our two of the airports, big airport, international airports, that is Delhi and Mumbai, were privatized. Privatized in the sense is not like they will be operating and they will be continuing the having the shares for lifetime. It is a 50 years of management and operation and development thing, that for 50 years any private company will be acquiring that airport or the particular airport, and then it will operate as well as collect the revenues within the airports, and having a permanent amount of share will be given to the central or the airport authority of India. So the first phase was in 2000s, where Delhi and Mumbai were privatized, and in the same first phase, there were two more airports like Bangalore and Hyderabad, which were built under the greenfield airports. Okay, and the second phase was started in 2019, where Ahmedabad, Jaipur, Lucknow, Guwahati, and these all there were airports which were privatized. And in the same second phase, Adani Groups was one of the highest bidder as per the passenger fees, and 6 of the airports were privatized under the Adani Groups. And from the third phase,
we can also
total 13. Yes, Abhishek, you can.
We can also add this, that why government is going for privatization. It is because if we see the old scenario in 2022, India get a revenue of approx 6,500 crore. But right now in 2023, because of privatization, India revenue is approx double. That just like 12. I think 12.172 crore they get revenue. Approx is double. According to the national monetization plan, which is set up by the government of India in 2021. According to this plan, he want to generate approx 21 lakh crore rupees. So for that, government of India going to handle that from aviation sector. They want to generate approx 3.8% of overall revenue. It is approx 21,000 lakh crore rupees from 10,000 crore rupees from the 4 major metro airport, and the rest 11,000 from the part from AAI, where he want to give to the private parties. From there he can get revenue from this.
Friends, I would like to add a point here that privatization of the airport by the government of India can be viewed from, we can view it from various perspectives. Whether it is good or bad depends upon several factors, including efficiency or quality of service, economic impact, and then regulatory oversight as well. I would like to support a few pointers in the support of privatization, is that efficiency and quality of airports will be improved. It will bring in more efficient management practices and investment in infrastructure, which can enhance the overall quality of the services provided to the passenger as well as the airlines. Then second thing is that increased competition will be there. Privatization can introduce competition among airport operators. Let us suppose one airport is being operated by X company, and then other is operated by Y company. So X will always try to surpass Y,
which leads to
also try to do the same thing, potentially leading to better services. Then financial benefits will also come into play. That government is basically generating revenue by public-private partnership. It is on PPP model, which can be reinvested into other critical areas such as infrastructure development and social welfare programs. So money of the government will be saved, and then special expertise also bring in. Private operators or some private organization, if they're handling the airport, they come in with some specific set of expertise in their airport management thing. Then this will lead to better operational practices and improve overall customer experience as well.
Yes, sir. Very well said. And as we can see that
it also leads to the
see at the disadvantage point of the privatization, then we saw the increase of the ticket fare is increased by the private sector, because it is meant
due to increment in competition.
They have give a good service, then it automatically increases their price and cost. because the good facility.
Let everyone speak. Let everyone speak.
बोलो, सब लोगों को पार्टिसिपेट करना है, ऐसे ही सीखोगे तुम लोग। एवरीवन हैज टू पार्टिसिपेट। दूसरे का सुनो, गैदर द डेटा एंड देन स्पीक। मैंने कितने सारे पॉइंटर बताए, उसमें से कोई एक पॉइंटर उठा के तुम लोग आगे बोल सकते हो। एसएसबी में मौका नहीं मिलेगा भाई।
Now,
भैया किसी एक को कंप्लीट करने के बाद बोलना है और फिर वी कैन इंटरप्ट इन।
You look for the pauses ना, if someone is speaking sense, है ना, you know कि some person is speaking and that person is speaking sense, that is speaking very good, fine, logical, with data, उसको बोलने दो। जब उसका भी अपना एक, ऐसा नहीं कि वो बोलता रहेगा, that is the beauty of a group discussion, कि उसका डेटा तो खत्म होगा ना, उस मोमेंट का वेट करो। ये जब तुम्हें लगे कि वो तुम्हारे को और उससे बेहतर तुम बोल सकते हो, तुम्हें लगे कि थोड़ा सा भी 1-2 सेकंड का नीचे पिटफॉल आ गया, देन यू कैन स्पीक। लाइक आई वुड बी रीस्टार्टिंग इट अगेन, क्योंकि तुम लोगों ने एकदम से रोक दिया है। लास्ट टाइम मैंने प्रोज बोले थे, अब मैं इसके कॉन्स बोलूंगा। कॉन्स क्या होंगे? प्राइवेटाइजेशन जब होगा तो देयर विल बी आई विल बी टेलिंग यू few pointers also against this, like monopoly concerns are also there. Like if one company,
क्वेश्चन था कि जीडी में
हाँ बोल।
जीडी में अगर मैंने प्रोस पे बोलना स्टार्ट किया तो पूरी जीडी में प्रोस पे ही बोलना है और कौन से भी बोल सकते हैं?
यार तू कितनी भी बार बोल सकता है, एक बार तू प्रोस पे बोल सकता है, एक बार तू कॉन्स पे बोल सकता है। टॉपिक क्या था? प्राइवेटाइजेशन कर रही है सरकार, इज इट अ गुड स्टेप और बैड स्टेप? ठीक है, तो बेसिकली यही है कि पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव सब बोल सकते हो तुम। तो यहाँ पे मैंने टॉपिक तुम्हें वापस से जो चैट में दिया था 3.0 जो गवर्नमेंट का प्राइवेटाइजेशन है, यानी आप प्रोस पे बोल दो एक बार, एक बार आप बाकी लोगों की सुन के अपना एक पॉइंट बोल दो और बाद में आप कॉन्स पे बोल दो, क्योंकि हर चीज के पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव होते हैं। इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू मेक ए नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट अबाउट यू, इट इज जस्ट यू जस्ट बीइंग लॉजिकल, how you're conveying your basically thoughts कि I would like to be in support of this topic and my arguments are this. Let us suppose I will be restarting, then you guys please join in after me कि previously my friends, previously I put forward my points about the support of this topic, but there are few challenges as well, and these challenges are monopoly concerns. Let us suppose privatization may, if the tender is being allotted to only one organization that is handling all the airports, the monopoly concerns will be there, that company will not be allowing any other entity to participate. This can lead to concentration of the market power in the hands of few large corporations. Potentially it will result in monopolistic behavior and then higher prices of the consumer, that like Prince just said, the tickets will be higher. Now social equity problem will be there. There may be concerns about the accessibility, affordability, especially for marginal community. When the prices are higher, only high class people will be able to afford the tickets and all. So privatization can lead to increased fees or less profitable routes or neglect of less profitable. When government is operating something, they have a simple policy of benefit of the crowd, that is we work on the concept of welfare state in the country. So that will not be there in the case of privatization. Then regulatory challenges will also be there. Effective regulation is essential to ensure the private airport operators keep the public interest on top, adhere to the safety standards, and then maintain fair competition. But inadequate regulation could lead to exploitation of the market and then neglect of the crucial obligations. Job security will also be lost. As of now, we know we have someone also in our group who has worked with Airport Authority of India. Now, Airport Authority of India is the only organization that is a government entity handling all the airports, from engineering to ground staff to other administrative kind of jobs. But privatization may lead to the job losses as well, or changes in the employment condition for airport staff, which can leave negative socio-economic impact and to the workers and also to their families. So that is what my points are in this for against.
Yes, sir, and also payment issues. They have just according to his payment to the worker and the all executive engineers.
Now, according to, if we see that in airport that is 3.0, basically approx 13 airports going to be privatized, in which 6 airports are in the profit and 7 airport are in the loss condition. Just some of the examples are UP airport, Bihar airport. They're not getting so much of revenue from there, and because of not having better infrastructure. So government think that if we're going to privatize this thing, then the scenario of the structure will be changed and the revenue will start generating. So therefore, government also trying to increase the profit from that authority, so that it will go on well.
Yeah. And airport privatization is not happening now at previous day. It is globally happening from 50 years ago, about 1918. And in the globally, it happened approximately 50 countries do privatization of their airport. But according to my opinion, it depends upon the what is the condition of country. Like India is a developing country, so it is not suitable for India. According to my opinion, it is suitable for the developed country like USA, Australia, Britain.
Very well said,
Yes.
Prince. I think, but my point of view is privatization is necessary for the development of any organization. Like for an example, if a government operated airport is maintained, there is a lot of manpower and lot of energy and money that is required to run an airport, operate, as well as maintain an airport. But if it is privatized, means privatization, that means some amount of share will be, or majority amount of share will be maintained or will be handled by, majority number of share will be handled by the private firms like Adani's and many more are there. So in that case, what will happen? They will significantly improve the operation, maintenance, as well as the costing of the government. Like for example, if a private foreign government airport, if anything that has to be done, it has to be followed a very vigorous path and very vigorous paperwork, which takes a lot of time. But this privatization has an advantage that once the share or the major share will be passed on to a private firm, they will have a lot of power in making the changes, which would have taken a very much long time in terms of government.
Yes, Sumit, you are absolutely right that the private firms will make some changes. By those changes, we can easily enhance the quality of the service and many more things. Like the foreigners, travelers which come to India like to be treated very well, and they want a very good quality infrastructure and cleanliness and everything. So they prefer good places only, to visit good places only. So if we will do privatization, then the private firms will maintain the airport very efficiently, and the quality of the service will also be enhanced.
So I want to also add one point that government have to talk with the private company that if he is going to privatize this airport and all, so the job opportunity which he is going to take, then that should be the part of India. If some of the states which are going to be privatized, then people should be able to get job opportunity. Just like airport authority of India, if government is going to intervene for this condition, then this will also help to the peoples for getting privatization also.
Yes, this will lead to a good infrastructure in our country, and travelers will be attracted more in our country. So by the travelers, we will get more investment in our country only. So it will help India to develop, and by these private companies, there will be a competition in between those companies also. So they will try to provide good services, and will they will open some new airports in those areas also where there is no airport facilities available, and the tourism is good, so the travelers can go to that places also by plane, and that will help India grow its infrastructure.
Yes, I
Yeah,
am
it is
accept with
why,
the Mohit point
but
that if we see
beside
if we see that in the second phase, most of the airport just like Jaipur, Guwahati, Lucknow, Ahmedabad or under the Adani, so this will create a monopoly. But if you see the Hyderabad airport, it means it having 10% share for having Siemens and 74 having share for GM Raw. Okay, so in second phase, most of the share has been taken by the Adani. So this will create a monopoly. So if defense sector will be, if defense sector going, different big players if come into the market, then there will be competition. Just like Jio, Airtel. When there is no Jio, Airtel going to take a large amount of fees for getting a data pack. But when Jio arrived, the cost of the Airtel is reduced because of having better competition. So for better for future, so the big players will come in the market. That monopoly will not get in the market. This will lead to a great profit to the India. Yes.
Last 5 minutes के 5 minutes बचे हैं. Last 5 minutes left, guys. Let's conclude this up.
Yes, sir. Sir, I think Piyush and Uday will can add their point also. Mohit
फिर
have
तो चला
already
ही गया.
added.
उदय राज शर्मा बोलेंगे नहीं. उदय क्यों नहीं बोल रहे हैं आप?
अरे बोल रहा हूँ. Government is leasing 25 airports, and it is for the management of those airports. Government is trying to make more efficient ways to do things in the management process of those airports, and those companies which will manage those airports will increase the cost for the airline companies, and it will directly impact our pockets, and it will increase the price of the tickets. So government should make a benchmark or a point which will set a point for the private companies to not increase the management process price above that line.
No.
Thank you.
Okay, friends, that we are going to conclude the overall point that if there is spoon, there is spoons also. If India is going to privatize, it will give more benefit to the infrastructure and the building. By building infrastructure, India starting getting revenue more and more. But the problem is that because of India is developing country, so India is not having what. So India is not because India is developing country, people's not getting job uh, as offered by the AAI. So it will create also problem to the job opportunity because of the airport most monopoly. This will also create a huge difference between the different parties. So there should be not monopoly, and government should think in this process, and this need to be uh, better for the India also.
Okay, so I would like to conclude this topic by saying that privatization 3.0 for the airports of India is good. As per me, it is going to be good, but there are few restrictions as well. Everything has a pros.
Sir, I think.
He said by my speaker.
Sir, I want to add a point here. Actually, government should set the benchmark for that. Is for example, like government should set the basic pay for the.
एक सेकंड. शुरू में क्यों नहीं बोला? एंड में आके क्यों बोला? जब मैं कंक्लूजन पे आ गया, सब लोग कंक्लूड करो. Why you was not speaking in the beginning? ये बता.
सर देख रहा था कि कहाँ पे बोलना है.
भाई तो बोलना तो एक बात बताओ ना. जब ट्रेन छूट गई और उसके बाद तुमने स्टेशन पे पहुंचे तो फिर क्या फायदा होगा? ये चीज सिखा रहा हूँ मैं आपको.
कोई बात नहीं सर.
कब बोलना है कि जब कंक्लूजन में बोलना है ना, तो कंक्लूजन में बोल दे. कंक्लूजन की तरीके से बोल. शुरुआत से वो कहानी वापस स्टार्ट करने की जरूरत ही नहीं जब मैंने बोल दिया कि कंक्लूड कर दो. You want to add something to conclusion, then you speak.
Sir, can I add a point about artificial AI?
केवल कंक्लूजन के बारे में बात होगी. अब नवनीत बोलेगा.
No sir.
प्रिंस एक मिनट. नवनीत बोलेगा, कंक्लूड करेगा नवनीत इस टॉपिक को. ये
Sir, as we can see that privatization 3.0 has equal number of pros and cons. As every government scheme, there is a pros and cons in every scheme, but we have to think that the limit of the cons may not cross the limit, as it more affects the country. We should be very much aware of the consequences and have some solutions of that.
Okay, cool. So let's conclude this, guys. I would like to tell you that pros and cons are always there. Yes, it is going to benefit the government. If government has decided about something, so they had a well thought out and researched about it. They might have researched a lot about this, because ultimately it is going to bring in revenue for the government. And privatization of the airport is mainly, if I'm talking about the airports, the Airport Authority of India is the whole sole entity of the government, that is the total body responsible for managing the civil aviation infrastructure in the country. Now, there will be reduction in responsibilities of the AAI after this thing is happening. So AAI role will be only managing and operating those airports may diminish. Private operators typically take over day-to-day management, maintenance, and development of the airport. There will be shift in focus of the AI. So AI will be basically acting as a regulatory body only. Yes, there will be a potential loss of revenue for the Airport Authority of India, but regulatory role for the AI will be coming into play. That AI will be ensuring that private airport operators comply with these regulations that are being set by the government, like safety standards, service quality requirements, and all. It will also like come up with some collaborative opportunities for Airport Authority of India and the private operators. And then some services will be required by those guys, and an airport will be AAI will be providing those, like traffic control. ATC can never be privatized. ATC is a government thing. Okay, security, ground handling, these things will be provided by the AAI. Potential for expansion: despite privatization, Airport Authority of India will pursue the development and expansion of civil aviation infrastructure, including construction of the new airports, expansion of existing facilities, and modernization initiatives, because these things keep on happening. An airport need repair and updates after some amount of time. Privatization of some airports may free up these resources, and focus of AI should be more on expansion projects. Like, okay, government ki ek scheme hai, there is a Udan scheme, Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik. For that, we need more and more airports. So the load of AAI will be considerably reduced, so that it can focus more upon the expansion part of it. So that is what the summary is, and that is the thing. ठीक है, तो ये थी इसकी समरी. एआई के हाथ से कंट्रोल लिया नहीं जाएगा. एआई का हाँ रेवेन्यू लॉस होएगा, बट प्राइवेटाइजेशन से फायदा तो होगा. देखो, कुछ चीजों में तो नुकसान है, हर चीज के माइनस होते हैं, बट यस फायदा है मेरे हिसाब से.
एम्प्लॉयमेंट में कमी आएगी लोगों को.
एम्प्लॉयमेंट में दोनों की कमी आएगी. इसके एयरपोर्ट अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया में कमी आएगी. अभी वी हैव समवन फ्रॉम एयरपोर्ट अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया ना. यहाँ पे सुमित है. सुमित तो AAI में ही काम करता था. ठीक है, सुमित तो एयरपोर्ट अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया में यही था ना. सुमित ऑलरेडी
हाँ सर.
तो सुमित को तो पता है ना, उसको तो फर्स्ट हैंड एक्सपीरियंस है कि क्या चैलेंजेस रहेंगे जब प्राइवेटाइजेशन होगा. सो कुछ तो बोटलनेक्स रहती हैं. एवरीथिंग कम्स विद
वो पॉइंट आपका बिल्कुल सही रहा कि हम लोग जैसे मतलब मेन मतलब पार्ट में थे, उसके जगह हम लोग बैक एंड पार्ट में आ जाएंगे, जहाँ वी विल बी द रेगुलेटरी बॉडी. सब कुछ हमारे अंडर रेगुलेट होगा, बट वी कांट बी इन द फ्रंट.
फ्रंट पे नहीं रहेंगे. तो प्राइवेटाइजेशन से एक तरीके से फायदा है. मतलब अब सरकार उस चीज पे ही है कि मोस्टली चीजों का प्राइवेटाइजेशन हो ही रहा है. ठीक है. अच्छा, अब नाउ कंक्लूजन का वक्त है कि मैं तुम लोगों को इंडिविजुअल फीडबैक दूं. प्रिंस ठीक बोलता है. प्रिंस थोड़ा सा फ्लुएंसी की जरूरत है भाई. थोड़ा सा फ्लुएंसी लेके आओ. उदय शर्मा, बहुत ज्यादा तुम लेट बोलते हो. तुमको सुधार करना पड़ेगा. तुमको अर्ली इनिशिएटिव लेना पड़ेगा अपने जीडी के दौरान, नहीं तो आप स्टेज 1 ही क्लियर नहीं कर पाएंगे सर. पीयूष वाज जस्ट अ म्यूट स्पेक्टेटर. तेरा ज्वाइन होना ना होना कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. ठीक है. अभिषेक बोला अच्छा. मोहित, मेरे को लगा नहीं मोहित ने बोला. मुझे तो दिखाई नहीं दिया मोहित बोलता हुआ कहीं. मोहित तू बोला था? मोहित
बोला था सर.
हाँ
हाँ, ये बोला था, मोहित बोला था.
मोहित बोला था तो ठीक है. मोहित थोड़ा सा फ्लुएंसी पे भी काम कर लो. ठीक है. फैक्ट एंड फिगर्स.
सर मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा?
अभिषेक मार रहा था डेटा पे डेटा. अभिषेक ने दे दबा दब डेटा पे डेटा पे लाया. तो अभिषेक वाज गिविंग गुड. वो डेटा मार रहा था रेवेन्यू
भैया,
कितना ऐसे आएगा. तो दैट वाज अ गुड थिंग. तो तुम लोग भी थोड़ा सा डेटा. अब जैसे मैंने पॉइंटर बोले, तो मैंने एक टॉपिक पकड़ा कि यार ये होगा, सोशल इम्पैक्ट क्या होगा, एयरपोर्ट अथॉरिटी इंडिया पे क्या फर्क पड़ेगा. तो उस तरीके से भी तुम फ्रेम कर सकते हो. एक बार उसके प्लस में बोल दो, एक बार उसके नेगेटिव में बोल दो. और उस बोलने का तरीका होता है. ऐसे नहीं कि नेगेटिव ही बोलना है, पॉजिटिव ही बोलना है. हर एस्पेक्ट को आप टच कर
सर
सकते
कभी कभी ये होता है,
हाँ.
जब बोलने जाते हैं तब तक वो दूसरा पॉइंट बोल चुका होता है जो माइंड में चल रहा होता है कि ये बोलना है.
हाँ, तो उसी को
हाँ सर, ऐसा होता है कई बार.
ऐसा है तो उसको पैराफ्रेज किया जा सकता है ना. उसमें एक आध बात और ऐड करी जा सकती है. ये होगा, ये तो होगा. दैट इज अ नेचुरल थिंग ना, क्योंकि उस पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक पे तो लिमिटेड कंटेंट ही होगा ना. पर उस पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक पे लिमिटेड कंटेंट होगा, पर उसके टचअप चीजें होंगी जो उससे लिंक हो रही होंगी, आप उसको बोलो ना। कंटेंट की कमी नहीं होती, आपके पावर ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन में कमी होती है। ठीक है, मैंने कैसे अपने कंटेंट में प्रिंस को लिंक कर दिया था, प्रिंस कुछ बोल रहा था और जब मैं बोल रहा था तो मैंने प्रिंस का लिंक कर दिया था उसमें। कैसे? बिकॉज आई वाज लिसनिंग टू एवरीवन। यू हैव टू बी अ गुड लिसनर, दैट इज द फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट थिंग गाइस। अगर आप अच्छे लिसनर हैं, यू आर 2 more minutes लेफ्ट, उसके बाद जीडी खत्म हो जाएगा और ये यूट्यूब पे जाएगी क्लास। ठीक है, तो यहाँ से आज अगर सीख सकते हो, यू हैव टू बी अ गुड लिसनर। आई एम टेलिंग दिस थिंग अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स कि अच्छे लिसनर बनो, डेटा बोलो, पॉइंटर बोलो, अर्ली इनिशिएटिव लिया करो। ऐसा नहीं कि लास्ट मोमेंट तक, जैसे नवनीत, जब मैं बोला कि कंक्लूड करते हैं, हम सब कंक्लूजन में लगे, नवनीत पॉइंट मार रहा है अपना। भाई उतना टाइम तो मिलेगा ही नहीं डायरेक्ट एंट्री में तुमको, कैसे बोलोगे तुम? शुरू में ही खत्म हो जाता है। अब एक लड़का स्क्रीन आउट होके आया थोड़े दिन पहले, उसकी स्टोरी बताई थी यहाँ पे, वो बोला ही नहीं जीडी में, इनिशिएट ही नहीं कर पाया। उदय शर्मा अगर जाएगा आज की डेट में, तो ये तो स्टेज 1 में निकल जाएगा भाई। हाँ उदय, बता, तो तुझे लास्ट में ही याद आती है पूछने की, क्या बोल रहे, बोल।
देखो अभी तो एयरपोर्ट पे ना 3 घंटे पहले पहुंचना पड़ता है ना, तो जो मैनेजमेंट वाली फिल्म होगी वो
अब
उसको
तो
कम करना चाहेगी।
अब तो कट गया तुम्हारा, अब कोई फायदा नहीं है
हाँ।
इसका लेट होना। ये
हाँ
जो
तो
भी होगा ना, जो भी,
पॉइंट तो बोल सकता हूँ अब।
अब कोई फायदा नहीं है। जीडी में पार्टिसिपेट करना चाहिए था, इस पे रिसर्च करो, ये टॉपिक पे आ सकता है आपका जीडी से। रिसर्च करो, स्टडी आईक्यू ने ऑलरेडी एक वीडियो डाली है आज, बना के देख लेना। ठीक है, और थोड़ा सा चैट जीपीटी का भी यूज करा करो, एआई का यूज करो अपने फायदे के लिए, पॉइंटर निकाल लिया करो उससे कोई। एंड देन फिर कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स भी अच्छी होनी चाहिए, देन आपको काफी फायदा होगा। ठीक है गाइस, इट वाज अ गुड कन्वर्सेशन बॉयज, आई रियली एंजॉयड एंड आई होप यू
सर
आर आल्सो टेकिंग आउट समथिंग
Sir,
फ्रॉम।
I have a doubt.
हाँ ये थोड़ा सा समय की शॉर्टेज है, जल्दी बोल,
Can I ask?
जल्दी जल्दी।
सर जैसे कि मतलब डिस्कशन होता है तो क्या हम पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव दोनों साइड बोल सकते हैं या सिर्फ एक को पकड़ लिए तो एक ही पे बोलना है?
यू कैन स्पीक ऑन ऑल द, नो प्रॉब्लम।
सर 7 बजे से हम लोग का जीडी होता है सर, 6:50 पे टॉपिक डाल दिया करिए सर ग्रुप में, तो सो दैट
कल से
हम
करेंगे, हाँ
लोग।
थोड़ा सा, हाँ कल से वी विल ट्राई टू डू दिस, कल से करेंगे। अभी जीडी का टाइम 7 बजे कर दिया है मैंने, बिकॉज 5 बजे पॉसिबिलिटी हो नहीं पाएगी, बस
हाँ
कुछ
तो
ही।
सर 10 मिनट का मिल जाएगा टाइम तो हो जाएगा।
आई विल गिव यू गाइज इन एडवांस। ठीक है, चलो बच्चों, भाई की तरफ से जय हिंद, आई विल सी यू टुमारो, टेक केयर।
जय हिंद सर।
ओके सर, जय हिंद।
बाय।